York's #1 for throwbacks.
Hey y'all, we are here at Party 101.9 and we are here with a very, very, very special guest today. I got my girl Nikki Exotika in the house.
What's up? How you doing?
And I just wanted to get right on into it. I wanted to know, so where did you get I know you coined the phrase Million Dollar Barbie. Tell me a little bit about that.
When I was younger, I just had a fascination with Barbies. And when I started going down this whole path with plastic surgery, I had lots of work done. And I just got to a level of getting to that price point.
I hear that.
About, $1 million. Like, people don't understand. Like, I've had my teeth done 4 times. That alone is like $100K right there.
No, I do know. So I do dentistry on the side too. And let me tell you, it is a pricey thing. And you said 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, because every probably 5 years to 10 years, I had them redone.
That's correct.
47, 48 now.
Girl.
I just turned 48. So it's like, I have invested a lot, the cooch and the breast and the nose and the chin and the forehead and the eyes and all that.
Ching, 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 ching.
And the body and all that. It just adds up, in time. It just ended up being a little over $1 million. I am who I am. I'm here today. And I just want to be a positive role model for my community.
Anybody could be a $1 million Barbie.
Anyone can be a $1 million Barbie.
And I love that you
it's
said
a woman
that.
empowerment song. It's like all about getting ready and just owning it and being beautiful and gorgeous and just,
It definitely makes me feel like that girl. The HBIC for sure. Like, when did you get in tune with your musical abilities? Like, when did you realize it and started to pursue them?
So when I was younger, I was always in chorus and theater all my life.
Oh,
so
lovely.
It was always something in me to be a singer, an artist. And then I started as a go-go dancer in all the New York City nightclubs.
We love that.
All the big nightclubs.
Love
I was working
that.
at the Sound Factory, Tunnel, Twilo, all of it. And then I, branched off and I started to be a performer. And then I wasn't singing and I was just lip singing. And then I met a producer and I started recording in the studio and I said, you know what, I can really do this. So I started getting songwriters and I wasn't really focusing in on writing my own music. It was kind of hard. I'm not really a songwriter, but then I started getting to songwriting and then I started recording music and so I love what I do.
That is so good to hear. So you were very already comfortable with this stage alone.
Yes.
And you were just like, you know what? I like to sing. I think I'm going to pursue that. And then you started getting into songwriting, which I think it's incredibly amazing because when you are writing your own songs, it comes from a different place.
Correct.
So it's kind of like writing down a piece of who you are and then also having the ability to perform that and to reach an audience. I think it's truly
very
a skill.
You got, I always wrote poems when I was younger, so it's kind of that's what songwriting is.
It is.
Putting your feelings into something, and probably usually almost when you deal with trauma or something in your life, breakups or love stories or whatever have you. You just write it and you put it into words.
Yeah, so that's really good to know, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to that because, it's not like you're not writing your own songs. So when you write them, people are like, okay, this is real life experience. This is written from the source, so we can believe what Nikki is saying. So I think that's really incredibly dope because a lot of artists these days, they aren't writing their own songs, and sometimes it can be hard for your audience to relate to you if you aren't really about what you're singing about.
Yeah, I've co-written a couple of my songs, and sometimes there was something missing, and then I put a rap part in it.
There you go.
It made it so much more.
Oh, you rap too? Tell me.
A little bit.
What kind of styles can we expect from you? Because I get pop star vibes.
I guess it's pop urban vibes. I don't know. Like Million Dollar Barbie is a little rappy.
I do.
There was a part in Young, Wild, and Free that I did a rap part in it, and I was I don't know. I was in Amsterdam with my girlfriends, and there was a whole blank space in my song, and I let them hear it, and they were like, you need something here, you got to write something, you need a rap here. And I was like, okay, and I started writing it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like music is music, and as long as you get it out there and once it's heard, you never know what you're missing until you add it in. So do you see yourself tapping into other genres? Beyonce's out here with country music,
and I love it. I mean, hey, I am open to anything. I'm just open to meeting new producers and trying out different things. I started off doing electronic electro.
Nice.
You know, my song Electric Touch and Memoir, and
Yes,
you know, all my other stuff was like kind of like different. It was electro, and then I got into just pop, and then I got into pop dance, and you know, trying to get into urban, and you know, I'm just trying to see where my niche is.
Yeah. Do you see yourself going into your soft girl era?
Doing a ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a song already.
You
Yeah,
did?
it's
Coming?
It's
Something we
called,
can expect?
Yeah, it's called Come Back to Me. And it was something I wrote when I was something I was going through, a breakup. And I wrote it in Greece, in Mykonos, Greece. In one day. And it was all my feelings and what I felt at that time. At that time.
And you wrote it, I'm assuming.
I wrote it
you
all
wrote
myself.
the ballad.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, guys. So that's something we really hope to look forward to. Please, when that comes out, come back to iHeart and Party 101.9 so we can get the exclusive on that, because I can't wait to hear a ballad. I can feel like you're so multi-layered, and I love that for you.
I'm an onion.
Yeah, you're an onion.
Lots of layers.
Yeah, and I truly love that about you. And I just want to get into so if you could pick, right, for your next upcoming album, 3 major artists to collab with, who would it be? And then I want to know why, and I want to know them in order.
Okay.
If you could pick 3, put them in order, and then tell me why you would collab with these people.
I would probably pick Dua Lipa.
Oh, I love Dua. That's a good one.
Charlie.
Wait, where are we ranking her?
Dua Lipa, probably like number 1. I just love her
Number
vibe.
1.
I love her vibe. I love her style. And let's see. You know what? I think I love Britney. I think she needs to make a comeback. I'm
Honestly,
rooting
I'm
for
a Brit
her.
girl.
I am rooting for her. I would love to collab with Britney.
I would love that. I can see that already.
Yeah.
I could see like full on performance going on with the two of you guys.
And my twin, I love her dearly, Erica Jane.
Yes.
Everybody says I'm like the trans Erica Jane.
Oh, we love that. Like side by
you.
side.
Yeah.
It could be like a track where it's like there's 2 of us and you don't know. Like that'd be so fun.
Yeah, like a nice
oh my
little
gosh, that
girly
seems like
song.
really, really, really good collab. So what we are going to do though is we are going to go ahead and play another one of your really awesome songs.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we are here. I am your radio bestie, Tanny, in the building. And I have the lovely Nikki with me here today. And not only does she do music, but she is also an author.
Yeah, soon to be. I'm writing my book right now. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, let's talk about that book. So what can we expect in that book?
Oh, lots of secrets.
Lots of secrets. Tell us the juicy stuff.
It's going to be probably called, most likely, Confessions of a Secret Girl. It's going to be a 3-book trilogy.
I love that.
You know, it's 30 years of my life. You know, I'm 48 now. My life started when I was about 17 years old, when I graduated high school. And, you know, I came to New York. I was in the streets. I was homeless. I had to figure myself out. I started off as a male go-go live nude dancer in Times Square. Then around the corner was a drag bar called Sally's at the time. And then I started to find myself and figure out, oh, you know what? I'm not meant to be a boy. I always wanted to be a girl. But that was like, now I figured out how to do it. And found out about the hormones and taking hormone shots and living my life, and then start getting plastic surgery. And then, you know, it's gone to like all a bunch of stuff, like, you know, sex work was just a thing for trans women to survive. So I went down that path, and you know, it's not something I'm proud of, but I have a story to tell, and 100%. I think that people, you know, it's not something to be ashamed about. It's how you struggled, but it's also how you get out of it, and how you survive, you know.
I can honestly say that's very admirable, that you are showing your testimony and showing the not so pretty sides of your journey, because I think that a lot of the audiences who see that can really connect to you, because, you know, we always over exaggerate the highs of our careers and things like that, and all the good stuff, but then a lot of people don't see the things that you had to go through in order to achieve those things. And I think that's really important that you're going out there and, you know, expressing that. So we're gonna hear a lot. So you said 3 books.
It's
right?
gonna be 3 books. Yeah, books. Because it's like.
Are they gonna go in like chronological order? Do you think? Like we're gonna talk about how you started.
Yes, since I was a young child, and what I went through, being molested by my babysitter, and then going through life and being in the streets. And my mom turned her back on me, and she didn't support me in the beginning, but now she loves me, and my family loves me. But it took some time.
It's always a rough patch.
It took some time. I could tell everybody out there, whoever's doing this journey, and if their family has stopped talking to them, just know that it might not be forever. It might be for right now.
Right.
Just hold tight, do your path, go for your journey, go for your goals, and maybe your family will come back around. Don't force them. It takes time. It's a learning experience. But now there's a lot more support and a lot out there. My family and my mother was not in tune with the trans thing and the movement. Wasn't out there on the television. It wasn't. There was no cell phones. It was a different time.
That was a different time.
I
would totally agree, and I'm very appreciative that we are in the times that we are now, where people can openly express themselves. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's not a lot of outlets out there for that. So for the fact that you're coming out doing this, it's so big, and it's going to change a lot of people's lives, and people are really going to relate to you in a lot of different ways. So thank you so much for that, and I can't wait for you guys to check out that book. That's going to be released real soon, and I know I'm definitely going to go and grab 3 books, 3-book trilogy. Don't forget about it. It's stories upon stories upon stories, all the way up to who you are,
to who I am today.
And I think that's so inspirational, because I think everybody should hear kind of what you're going on, especially if they feel like, they can relate to you.
Yeah, or giving up. I mean, there's a lot of people that go through the dark side of being trans and feeling like they can't go on any longer, trying to take their life.
Right.
And I'm such a big advocate against, suicide prevention. I've been down that path and stuff like that. There's also so much transphobia out there and people who are transphobic and hate. And I mean, I look on the blogs, I look on other trans people out there. They're so kind and so polite, and there's just so much hate in the comments, and it's just just let people live. I don't think that we're just not hurting anybody. We're just living our life, and we're trying to exist. And I think that people out there are just trying to put us in this box, and not want us here.
I agree.
I'm here to be that advocate. We're here. We're not going nowhere. I've been here for a very long time doing it, and I'm still going to do it without you telling me I can't.
We need more education and more people like you who will put themselves forward. You know what I mean? So that it's not so new to people, right? And I feel like these days, it's becoming more the norm, and I think it should be, because there's a lot of people out there who need that voice. So I want to thank you so much for mentioning that. I know you said that you were a Jersey girl, right?
I am. I grew up in the Jersey Shore.
Yes, Jersey girl. We love a good Jersey girl. So I just want to talk about you and your community as far as coming out of Jersey. I know is it hard coming out of Jersey? I know East Coast is a little tougher. So do you feel like you get a lot of support from your Jersey community?
Yes, my Jersey community definitely supports me.
That's great.
What's crazy is that, being a part of the LGBTQIA community, sometimes I feel like I'm not supportive too much from my own community. And I don't know why that is. I mean, I don't know. I feel like, when I transitioned or when I got my sex change operation, I just feel like they considered me a woman, and they don't really consider me part of the so
community.
It's been a
I
very,
understand, because it's
very
kind of
rocky
a
road.
grayish area. It's you're not really us anymore. You've transitioned all the way to the other side. It's no, I'm still in this community just as much as anyone else.
Even though I identify as a woman, I mean, I always felt like a woman all my life.
Yeah.
I came to terms with being, open and honest and owning myself and being proud of who I am. And I know I'm not a real woman, and I am trans, and I'm a trans woman. And
I don't even like that you say that. You are.
No, but the thing is this: women are women. Women can have babies. They can give birth. They're beautiful. To me, they're beautiful creatures, and I will never take that away from a woman. And this is why I respect women, and I respect the everything about it. But I know my place. I will never claim I am something I am not, and I am proud of who I am.
Right.
I came a long way, and I have paid the way for the girls before, after me. I crawled before they can walk, But
I feel like it's also, biologically born women who could even throw shade. And I would like to say, as a biologically born woman, it doesn't make you any less of a woman. You know what I mean? In a way, like, so I think that sometimes, and even like women on women, I don't know what's going on with us ladies, but like we love to tear one another down.
Right.
And I just can't, like, do you find like gatekeeping a lot of stuff, like even like within the trans community or like in the regular communities, like, do you feel out of place?
Listen, I'm all about helping anyone,
Right.
whether they're trans, a female.
I agree.
You know, like how many people reach out to me on social media, on my platform, and in the DMs, and they're like, "Oh my God, I love how you do your makeup. I love how you do your
Right.
hair. Can you give me some tips on like your fashion sense,
100%.
and body and surgeries and this and that?" And I'm like, you know, sometimes I like reach out to them, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever you want to know," you know.
That's so good.
Yeah, because like I'm all about helping people and like, you know, hooking them up and
Me too.
making everybody look beautiful.
I agree, and I think there's a lot of gatekeeping, but I feel like as long as, you know, we have women like us out there who are like genuinely open and willing to give, and you know, we'll be totally okay. Like, you need more support.
Yeah.
Women on women support, and I'm a big girls girl at that. I believe in helping other girls out. I actually entered the industry with a strong group of women, which I'm very grateful for them because they never closed the door on me, and they always spoken to me in rooms of opportunities. So I think it's very good when you're coming up, you know, to make sure that you have a team.
Yeah, what I don't understand sometimes is with females, and they get insecure from trans, and they feel like, I don't know, just like kind of intimidated in a sense
Right.
of being like, oh, you know, just being very negative. And it's just like, there's no need for that, you know.
Right.
Not trying to, you know, like step on your toes.
Some women just live off the drama. So a little bit about the girly end. I know you said you do cosmetology. Can we talk about that?
I went to school. You know, I always told my mom, I'm going to be an actress and a singer. And she was like, well, that's not going to get you money in your pocket right away. So you need to like learn to do
a skill.
Yeah, a skill.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she had a nail salon in Jersey. And so I used to help her after school. And she also did hair. So she was like, you need to go to school. So I went to school when I lived in Brooklyn, and I got my license in 2001.
I love
so
that.
I've always been a makeup artist. Also, I am the queen of Halloween in New York City. If people pay attention, I'm like I would say I'm like the trans Heidi Klum.
Are you like all the parades and things like that?
No, I do the contest, and I win grand prize.
Get
for the
out of
I've
here.
won
I've probably
thousands.
seen you win before.
Girl, I've won thousands
I'm
upon
a Halloween
thousands,
baby
thousands
girl.
upon thousands of dollars for first place. Like
Wow.
I've been, let's see, Avatar, The Exorcist.
I think
what
this
else?
is the start of a
A
brand new
snow
relationship
leopard.
because I take Halloween extremely seriously too.
I've been Maleficent. I mean, I've done so many characters that I won grand prize, and it was
Wow,
insane. And
congrats.
actually, as the Exorcist, I made the whole bed prop. I spun around in the bed. It was crazy, and to get that
What?
bed on a stage was insane. And yeah, the people were screaming. I was also a botch patient, and literally,
my.
it's so crazy. I was going through a time where I lost my breast, and I had to.
Oh,
I had an infection, so I had to take out my breast implant. So I made myself botch. So I put like coffee grinds and fake blood and latex, and literally it looked like I was just disgustingly like ripped apart.
giving.
So I had a fake prosthetic boob, and I had a doctor put the boob on ice, fake ice cubes in blood, and then I go on the stage and I pull up my bra, and the boob popped down to the ground, and literally I collapsed. Like literally, I'm shaking on the ground.
That's so good.
The people were screaming like, "Oh my God!"
I would have totally lost it. That's so good.
The guy, the MC, he's like, "Oh, she lost her damn boob on stage.
boob
Like,
is gone.
her boob is gone." It was hilarious. I was
Oh
like,
my gosh. So you took that is something people need to see. Like you took
Yeah.
something like so traumatic.
I have it on my Instagram page.
I'm gonna definitely go see that.
Yeah, check it
like you
out.
took something like so traumatic, which
And
is like something that people take really seriously. Like sometimes, you know, you do get infections and things like that happen. But it's like you took that and you made it and
I
you owned it.
I mean,
like,
what else am I going to do?
Like,
I'm like,
what?
shoot. I'm like, I do Halloween every year. I'm like, am I going to let this take me down? I was like, what can I be?
No, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna run with it.
And they were so freaked out. They were like, wait, but how did you get rid of your boob? I'm like, it's magic.
So I also wanted to just talk a little bit about your fashion sense,
Mm-hmm.
right? So where do you get your inspiration for fashion? Because, girl, I'm looking at it. I'm digging the gold buttons,
Thank
the
you.
red, anything shimmery I'm here for, the pointy nails. Let's talk about it.
I love everything glitter and sparkly. I don't know. I just always had a fashion sense. Nobody really inspired me. So it's like if I want to wear overalls, I wear overalls. If I want to wear sweats, I wear sweats.
Right.
I dress how I feel on the day. But when it's time to glam up, I glam up. And then when it's time to dress down, I dress down. I'm not a type of person that always is dulled 24/7. I can't do it. It's a lot.
So what kind of tips could you give me, girl? Like,
Well-
what do we do on the bottom, and then what do we do on top?
Okay,
Like,
so-
and then like lashes.
Yeah.
I need to know.
So
Tell me,
everyone's
tell me.
always asking me these questions online,
need
so
to
I
know.
will say it.
Yes.
Definitely, it's all about moisturizing and prepping your skin. So you definitely have to use a great